Hi, my name is Jorge Vargas, and I'm going to talk about the problematic of our project or why we decide to create it. First of all, this project is a constant evolution from 5th codemester, so we got 5 codemesters working on it. But why we do make this project? The human being and the technology are in constant evolution with the reason of doing things faster, better, with lesser. This thinking has led us to a great technology advances in all areas, creating either more powerful and faster machines. As humans, we got the power of discernment. That is the ability to analyze any situation and think alternatives based on memories of previous experiences. In the predictive maintenance area, it's always necessary to analyze the data obtained in order to make the best possible interpretation and thus make the best decisions. 2. Experience is an important factor that generates inflection points at the industrial maintenance area. Our objective is design a program using Microsoft Visual Studio tools for the implementation of maintenance 4.0 in electric motors. Our justification, in a few words, it's only first world industries have methodologies of this magnitude. Our goal is to find and bring these methods to all possible industries, which are willing to change, so that, to achieve this goal, it will not lead to more ways of doing maintenance. That is a safe and efficient, but never loses the essence of who it always been.
Hello, my name is Eduardo Rodriguez Ratana, and I will talk about scope and limitations of this project. Maintenance has always excited throughout the history, especially in the industry, but it is not until today that with the help of technology, progress in begin made in the evolution of maintenance to facilitate the detection of fails that are difficult to find. Our team worked on a system or program to be able to locate those hard to find faults. With the help of different sensors that help us measure sounds or vibration, even heat of the different parts that make up a machine. The purpose or scope that we wanted to give it, like, because there are already other machines that do this, but is that the program takes the information, it captures, reads it, and after the reading, it interprets it by means or machine learning. Uh, it is discussed in another part of the video. But if you can read the information and that the program by itself says something is wrong or everything is fine. Now the limitations that we experienced during these months of work. I think the most important or one of the most important is the difficult to get together and be able to work physically on the program. Although we managed to make a prototype to prove that the program worked, we could not test it on real machine because the school was closed and the current situation made it difficult for us to find more material to work on other aspects of the project. I think this is no. So now that we talk about what the project is,
Machine learning is the branch of the artificial intelligence field, which seeks out to provide learning capacity machines. It is understood as generating knowledge from a set of experiences. This type of learning can be categorized into the three different groups: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforced learning. It is important to note that this learning is a core component within artificial intelligence, since all groups are composed with algorithms capable of performing pre-programmed tasks or algorithms that learn from a task repeatedly. It's only one thing to program a machine so that it can move, but it's very different to program a machine to learn how to move. With another example, we can say that it's very different to program a machine to detect that elements that make up a face, to program a machine so that it learns automatically that it's a face. This type of feature is what sets machine learning apart. One of the biggest advantages is that this learning has no limits. The idea is to add more layers, but also that the algorithm learns to add more layers on its own. In this way, it will become more complex algorithms every time. Without a doubt, machine learning is a very useful concept that, if it used in the right way, great things can be achieved within the modern industry. This concept is very important for the development of this project because to achieve certain objectives, it is necessary to learn how to use this technique. Enterprises like Google, PayPal, Tesla, also video games use this powerful tool to make their processes faster and better than others. A great example of what machine learning means is the application Shazam. Through his big database, he analyzes the song you are searching for. Every time you search for a song, Shazam picks up this data and save it for a future if he will need it. So every time you use this app, you are helping to teach the app how to learn and make it better. That's why we try to apply this tool to our project, to teach the program which different frequencies are cataloged as possible failures.
When we talk about techniques of maintenance predictive, one of the most important is the analysis of vibration. In fact, many companies use this technique to detect anomalies in early stage in their machinery. However, some companies don't give an adequate use of the data obtained with this analysis for different circumstances. For example, to interpret the data requires a great amount of time, and we know that time is crucial when we talk about of machinery of high availability. Other problem is that the companies don't have personnel with high knowledge about this technique. It's for that we made a system that delayed these limits. It consists in saving a large amount of information in a database. This information contains many registers about values of optimal operation of the system. And so, the system we can detect anomalies when we are monitoring the system in real time. Thanks of this, the system can send a message or warnings about the possible failures before cause major failures. For to show how works our program, we did a system mechanical simple that allows detecting defects or failures. The system consists in engine and 4 springs. That model will allow us to detect a failure in particular that is know-how unbalanced. Relatively, we cannot show you more examples of failure and its detection because we cannot get the parts necessary for the practice. But this example is enough to show you how to work the system. The first step is to take the values throughout the sensor with the system without defects for some times and after saving the data. For the system can work need data to compare the optimal condition versus real condition, and so it can detect the anomalies where there be. In the second step, after to save the data, we add a defect in the system. In this case, is a mass in the motor shaft. After that, turn on the engine and start with the obtain of the data. How the system has data for comparison will detect the failure because there will be many values deviant from the normal operation. For simplicity, the system will save in a document of text the possible failure what caused these anomalies in the wave of vibration.